Welcome everyone. Today we welcome you to Laser 101 at Hillsdale Free Public Library. In today's online class, we're going to be introducing you to the Full Spectrum Laser Retina Engrave 3 software to create your own custom nameplate out of a craft stick. First, we're going to navigate to the hosted version of Retina Engrave 3. You can find this from the library's laser page. Scroll down to Design Tools and log into the Retina Engrave 3 hosted by Full Spectrum Laser. You may have to create an account if you have not already done so. And once you're in the Retina Engrave 3 software, change the laser from the Muse Core to the Pro Series 20x12 interface. This is the same software that's resident on our laser in our toolshed. Once you're looking at the screen, on the left side, you'll see layers and objects. We haven't started yet. On the right side are context-sensitive information panels related to the tools that we're going to be using. So the name of the project here is Project 1 by default. We could change this to nameplate and change the unit of measurement from inches to millimeters. Now we are going to be engraving on a very cheap, inexpensive craft stick. It's kind of small. Let's start off by drawing a shape. I'm going to select a rectangle and click and drag on the work surface. And that gives you a basic reference point for size. Again, over here on the right of the screen, change the width to 140 millimeters and a height of, let's use 15 millimeters for the height. And this will approximate the size of the craft stick. Up at the top, you can zoom in to your area to see a little bit more clearly what we're doing. Okay. Now that we've created a rectangle for reference purposes, we're going to drop in some text. So select text from the tool menu. Again, you can drop this anywhere on the workspace. And let's select a nice chunky font. There are hundreds of Google fonts to choose from. We're going to use Alpha Slab 1 today. Where did it go? Alpha Slab 1. You can set the, it doesn't really matter, but we'll use a 48-point font and change the text to your name. Now again, resizing this box will not affect the text size. If the letters seem a little bit too cramped, you can highlight the text and change the spacing between the characters. Between 0.01 and 0.05, we'll try 0.02, and that adds a little space between the characters. At this point, we're going to select the text and modify path and convert the letters to paths. And this will create a joined object that you can then resize as you wish. I'm just going to enter that. That looks good. We're going to repurpose this rectangle and make this about 4 millimeters high, and then click and drag it so that it's just covering the bottom of all the letters. And what's going to happen, we're going to join the letters to this rectangle, so we'll have one continuous piece of wood holding all the letters together. You can zoom in a little bit more, hold the Shift key down and scroll in. I'm sorry, the Control key, and scroll in, and you can see that we've got some overlapping here. Using the mouse pointer, click and drag and release to grab both the text and the rectangle. And now we're going to use the Modify tool selection, create compound shape, and create a union. And you can see now we have a continuous line. There's no breaks between the letters and the rectangle. And you've just created your nameplate. It was that easy. We will now create two little legs that will support the nameplate when it sits on a desk. Each leg will have a slot to accept the depth of the craft stick. It's about 1.5 millimeters. Again, use the shape tool and draw either a box or a triangle. I like triangles. And if you hold the Shift key down while drawing the triangle, it kind of locks the angle of the triangle so that it's perpendicular, flush with the, or parallel to the grid. Set the height of the triangle to, again, 15. That's the height of the popsicle stick, the craft stick. This is the leg, and now we're going to form a little slot by joining a rectangle to the triangle. Get a rectangle and set the dimension to 1.5 millimeters wide, and the height, could be 6 or 7. Now I'll show you the align tools. Again, select both the triangle and the rectangle shape by clicking and dragging and releasing. Click on Modify, Align, Align Center, and it aligns the rectangle to the center of the triangle. While they're both selected again, click on Modify, Align, Align Top, and that brings the rectangle to the top of the triangle. Over here in the layers, we're now going to subtract the rectangle from the triangle, and as long as the rectangle is above the polygon in this layer order, it will subtract the first object from the second. So click and hold to select those two objects again. Click on Modify, create compound shape, and subtract. So now we've created a one of two legs that we will cut out of another craft stick to provide some support for your nameplate. Okay, and once you're done with your designing your nameplate and your little legs design, we will export it for use at the library. Click on File, Export Project File, and you'll save it as an RE3 file to a USB stick or to your Google Drive or whatever, however you're going to access it at the library.